All right, welcome. Today we are talking about something huge, a powerful framework for totally transforming your life. And it's all built around this really cool idea. What if you could literally hack your own personal matrix? So let's just jump right in with a number that's, well, it's pretty staggering. Get this, 97%. That's the percentage of people who try to change their life and ultimately fail. You know the story, right? They start out with all these big plans, big ambitions, and then poof, they're right back where they started. So what is going on here? Why is that number so incredibly high? Well, the core argument here is that we're all looking in the wrong place. We're busy trying to change all the stuff on the outside, the job, the city, the relationships. We're shuffling the furniture around on the Titanic. But what we're totally ignoring is the internal code, that deep programming that's actually running the whole show and creating those circumstances to begin with. Okay, so what exactly is this internal programming we're talking about? This is where this whole idea of your personal matrix comes into play. Think of it like this invisible operating system that's running in the background, dictating your reality and, yeah, keeping you stuck in those same old loops. And here's a really clear definition. The matrix is this whole system of your subconscious beliefs, your automatic thoughts and behaviors, all these triggers that create your reality on a loop. And the key thing to get is it's not some outside force. It's a system you've created. And trying to change your life from inside of it, that's like trying to fix a buggy piece of software using the buggy software itself. It just doesn't work. The system is designed to keep you right where you are. So if we want to break free for real, we have to stop just fighting the symptoms. We need to go straight to the source and start debugging the code. And this framework lays out 5 core bugs. These are the glitches that keep your personal matrix running on that endless loop. So let's get into what they are, and even better, how we can hack them. First up, we've got the identity prison. And you know exactly what this is. It's that story you're always telling yourself, oh, I'm just not a morning person, or I could never do that, I'm not disciplined enough. The hack for this isn't some huge dramatic overhaul. Nope, it's way simpler. You just start acting like that person you want to be, but in really small, almost invisible ways every single day. All right, bug number 2, the comfort zone algorithm. See, our brains are basically ancient survival machines. They see anything new or different as a potential threat. Whoa, danger! The hack here is all about flipping the script. You have to convince your own brain that staying the same, stagnation, is actually the real danger, that the only true safety is in growing and changing. Next up is the past loop program. This bug is a big one. It's when we're constantly using yesterday's data, all our past mistakes and failures, to predict what's possible for tomorrow. It's literally like trying to drive your car forward while staring only at the rearview mirror. So what's the hack? You have to make a conscious decision to hit delete on those old files and start installing some brand new programming for the future you actually want. Oh, the perfectionism virus. I think we all know this one, right? This is that nasty little bug that whispers in your ear, just wait. Wait for the perfect moment to start, the perfect plan, the perfect time. The problem is, perfect is a myth. It never shows up. So the antidote? Progress over perfection, iteration over hesitation. Just start. Commit to making a little bit of messy, imperfect progress and do it every single day. And the last bug on our list is the external validation OS. This is the one that has us constantly looking outside of ourselves for permission to change. We need our friends, our family, our boss to say, yeah, that's a good idea. The hack, you have to become your own source of validation. It's about finally giving yourself the permission you've been waiting for everyone else to give you. Okay, so we've identified the 5 big bugs. Now for the really important part. How do we actually get in there and rewrite the code? That's where this 30-day matrix reset comes into play. It's a really clear, structured 4-week plan to completely overhaul your internal operating system. And this table here lays out the whole protocol. This is really the nuts and bolts of it. So look at week 1, code analysis. This is all about discovery. You do a life audit. You figure out what your current identity programming even is. Then week 2, you go into system override. This is where you start actively breaking those old habits and reprogramming your beliefs. Week 3 is new code installation. I love that, where you actually take your new identity out for a spin in the real world. You're field testing it. And then finally, week 4 is all about system stabilization. You're integrating those changes, making sure the upgrade sticks and becomes your new normal. Now, for any of this to actually work, for the 30-day reset to stick, there are 7 rules that are described as non-negotiable. You can think of these as the laws of physics for this whole process. They're the core principles that make the whole thing work.
Rule number 1, and this is the big one, change your inner world first. Your outside world is just a mirror. That's all it is. It's reflecting back what's going on inside you. So if you don't like the reflection you're seeing, you can't change it by polishing the mirror. You have to change the person looking into it. It all starts from the inside.
Number 2 is identity before strategy. And this completely flips the usual script. Most of us are always asking, what should I do? What's the plan? This rule says, wrong question. The real question is, who do I need to become? Because once you nail down that identity, the right actions and strategies they just start to show up naturally.
Rule number 3, small shifts, big results. This is all about the magic of compounding. You know how it goes. We think we can change everything in one day and then we get discouraged. But we totally underestimate what we can do in a year if we're just consistent. Those tiny 1% shifts you make every single day, they add up to something absolutely massive over time.
Okay, rule 4 is environment design, and this is crucial. Your environment will almost always beat your willpower. So instead of just trying to force yourself to be disciplined, you need to be smarter. You have to intentionally design your world to support who you want to become. That means your physical space, the people you hang out with, the stuff you're watching and reading, it all needs to line up with your new identity. Number 5, energy before action is a little more subtle, but it is so powerful. The idea is that you have to feel like your future self now, before you even take the action. Because think about it, if you take action from a place of fear or scarcity, what kind of results do you think you're going to get? You have to match the energy of the outcome you want first. Rule 6 is process over outcome. This is all about shifting your focus. It's so easy to get obsessed with the end goal, the big result. But this rule says, no, fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the daily grind of becoming that person who just naturally gets those results. See, the real prize isn't just the thing you get, it's the person you become along the way. And finally, rule number 7, consistency over intensity. Your subconscious mind doesn't respond to huge, one-off efforts. It responds to what you do consistently. So when it comes to rewriting your code, small daily actions will beat those rare, heroic bursts of effort every single time. It really is that steady, daily drip that carves the stone.
So when you put this all together, the bugs, the reset, the rules, what it all boils down to is this massive shift in perspective. It's about realizing you're not just a character living out some pre-written story. You're actually the one holding the pen. And that really leaves us with a huge question we all have to answer for ourselves, right? Is your reality fixed? Is your life just something that happens to you and you just have to deal with it? Or is it programmable? Is it something you can actually get in there and debug and upgrade and design? Because that's the final and most powerful takeaway from all of this. The matrix of your life is programmable. And you are the programmer. You're not just some passive user living inside the system. You're the one who wrote the code. And that means you have the power, starting right now, to stop running that old program, to delete those bugs, and to consciously write a brand new code for the reality you actually want to live in.